And good afternoon. Welcome out here to Albany High School as we get set here for high school basketball action. It's a matchup in the GRC Conference. GRC West matchup today being played a day late as game was postponed yesterday due to weather. I'd like to thank our sponsors, BTC Bank, with locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany. The Albany Hy-Vee and Schultz of Albany. Dollars and Mester Auction Service. Raymond Smith Body Shop of Albany. Northwest Zell. American Family Insurance Agent David Smith in Albany and Stanbury. Mosaic Medical Center, Albany. The City of Albany and Albany Booster Club. The Albany School District, Winter Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany, Printer New Shopper of Albany, and the Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Associations. And Mike, it's a matchup in the GRC West. We welcome in St. Joseph Christian here to Albany today for a Saturday afternoon basketball game here in the month of January.
Been a rough couple weeks for conference play, and teams just desperately scrambling to try to get games made up. Good scheduling by both schools to get this done on a Saturday, and that'll take Albany down to just one makeup game that I think they have scheduled for either the 3rd or the 6th of February. Don't remember which for sure. But the one thing that you really look at in this game is both schools have. I think Albany was out of school all week, and
yes.
I'm sure their kids get in and they've gone up to the community center gym to get some shots up, and I think they had a shoot around here at school. It wasn't mandatory that they attend because you never know what the back roads are for kids to try to get in and practice. And so they've gotten some shots up. At least they've been up and moving around, but no practice as such, no formal practice as such for a week since they played last Saturday in the Stanbury tournament. And I would assume, and I don't know this for sure, but I know Christian has also missed some days of school, and I don't really know what their practice situation has been. They've had some struggles, at least on the girls' side.
I said they come into today's game with a record of 5-8, 0-3 here in the conference, where Albany comes in 9-5, 3-1 here in the conference, sitting tied atop the top of the leaderboard with Worth County and Stanbury.
Well, and St. Joe Christian has just one senior on the team. That's Jackie Carlson, who has been an all-conference selection each of the last 2 years. Really good player, really a top-notch point guard, has to do a little bit of everything for her team. And that will be one of the girls Albany will want to try to stop. They've got 4 juniors, and I think one of them is missing today, and all the rest of their kids are freshmen. So, the big thing is who can get into a rhythm the quickest, if anybody. You also wonder, having not played for a week, is stamina going to be an issue? Keep getting your legs under you and just getting used to being out and moving in basketball movement again. Who can get going quickest?
Yes.
Might be a big indicator in this game.
And we'll be back with more of your BTC Bank pregame when we come back in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Show your school spirit with the BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded, just like you. BTC Bank.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's is family friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Burlington Junction, Grant City, Maryville, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
And now here are tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Dollars and Messner Auction Service. Contact the winning team of Dollars and Messner Auction Service for all of your auction needs.
Welcome to Albany High School for this Grand River Conference West Division matchup between the St. Joe Christian Lions and the Albany Warriors. Starting lineup first for the St. Joe Christian Lions, number 4, Jackie Carlson. Number 10, Gracie Walker. Number 11, Ella Bowman. Number 21, Isabel Pena. And number 25, Hayden Gardiner. The Lions are coached by Aaron Patrick, assisted by Stephanie Klein. Now the starters for your Albany Warriors, number 2, Casey Messner. Number 11, Michaela Martin. Number 13, Sierra Anthony. Number 20, Gabby Newman. And number 23, Paige Brown. The Warriors are coached by Brooke Crawford, assisted by Kaylee Walker.
So again, those are your starters: Jackie Carlson, Gracie Walker, Ella Bowman, Isabella Pena, and Hayden Gardiner, as well as Casey Messner, Michaela Martin, Sarah Anthony, Gabby Newman, and Paige Brown. Again, that is your Dollars and Messner Auction Service starting lineups. Make sure to contact the winning team of Dollars and Messner Auction Service for all of your auction needs.
And it will be open for tours through the duration of this girls' game.
And as we prepare to tip off tonight's contest, don't forget to start your morning or trip with a stop at Shotes in Albany for either a hot cup of coffee or an ice-cold fountain drink. Or like I started out my day today with a Ranchero and a Gatorade.
Well, it's your stomach. What time was that, by the way?
Oh, it was right before I came here.
Oh, okay. Well,
I had breakfast before I started.
Oh, okay.
When I started my day, when I finally left the house, that's what I had. It'll be Sierra Anthony, as well as Ella Bowman getting set here for the opening tip-off. Tip-off is won here by St. Joseph Christian, as Carlson will send it across, sends over to left wing here for Isabel Pena into the corner. Now for Gracie Walker. Back up to the top, stolen away here by Sierra Anthony. Drives in, slows it up, gets it off for Gabby Newman. right wing, and she's going to be called here for a double dribble. So Sierra Anthony has really turned on the defensive pressure here in the past couple of games. Comes away with a steal there at the top of the key. Pena will send it into the corner here for Walker.
Warriors looks like they may have a couple mismatches out there. They first started with Michaela Martin on Bowman, and then now Gabby Newman. And definitely a size mismatch.
Bowman gets it out to Walker. Stops at the right elbow, trying to bring it inside. Stolen away here by Newman. Gets it across for Paige Brown, now for Messner. Back up to the top of the key for Martin. Martin to Brown, gets it now into Gabby Newman. She'll drive and split the defenders inside the paint. Can't get it to fall. Sierra Anthony with the rebound. Gets it up and good.
We had a good curl cut by Newman off of that offensive set. Usually those wings pop out. She read the defense following her. Had a curl cut. Got 2 quick points.
Shot from
Warriors look to run.
Shot from Walker, no good as it's rebounded here by Newman. Puts up a shot from the left wing. Up and good as she'll drain it from behind the arc.
Good start for Gabby Newman here.
Again, Carlson will walk it across the center court line over to the right wing here for Bowman. Up to Pena, now up to Walker, up at the top of the key.
Lions team, really young team.
So Carlson, the lone senior on the team, has it up at the top of the key. Now leaves it off here for Ella Bowman.
Bowman's a good-looking freshman. No, looks like to be a good player.
Carlson's shot no good. Rebound is going to be made here by Anthony. Up to the top of the key for Brown. Right wing, Messner. Newman now drives in, goes up, can't get it to go off the glass. Rebounded is going to be made here by Bowman.
Yeah, Warriors, a lot of standing and watching there. Nice drive, but didn't follow up by getting on the offensive glass.
Trying to get it in there to Ella Bowman as she was driving towards the basket. Goes off her hand, though, out of bounds. As pass was a little too high. Gabby Newman will walk it across center court logo here at the Albany High School gym in this GRC conference matchup. Newman leaves it off for Anthony. Shot off the glass, up and good for 2. Nice feed there by Newman. Nice finish by Anthony.
Nice feed by Newman on the pick and roll. That's something the Warriors have shown off and on.
Carlson goes in. Can't get it to go as it's rejected off the front of the iron.
They've got numbers if they can bust out of there.
And they're going to call a travel carry here against Messner as they're going to say she got it up on her hip there a little bit.
Yep, she tried to cross over and just got it off her thigh. Got called, and you're not going to hear much complaint from me on the officiating today. You got, in my opinion, 3 of the best guys in Northwest Missouri in Mike Matson, Jerry Gable, and Ron Maddox. I've always had a high regard for him.
Pena sent to inbounds. Picked up by Carlson in the backcourt. Left wing here for Walker. Sends it back up to Pena, now to Bowman up at the top of the key. Up again to Carlson as she's guarded here by Messner. Carlson shot tipped there by Anthony.
Get out and run. Heck, you had numbers if you just bust out of there.
Newman drives in, goes up. Can't get the bucket to fall, but will get the foul. As the foul here against St. Joseph Christian is going to go against Ella Bowman. That'll be her first personal, team's first as well. 4:22 left to play in the first. 7-0 Warriors make that 8-0 as Gabby Newman hits the first of the 2 free throws. Emily Popple will check in, also checking in Ashley Sturkis as Messner and Brown will both check out.
Did expect to see a lot of substitution today.
Newman will hit the second one. It's a 9-0 Warrior lead. We're going to take a quick Penny John Auto Center timeout. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Schultz Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Schultz has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schultz adult beverages and scratch wine. That's Schultz Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. It's 9-0. Lady Warriors lead here over the Lady Lions. Checking in there during the last timeout for St. Joe Christian was Charlie Stanley, as she'll check in here for Gracie Walker. Pena sends it into the corner now here for Stanley. Up to the top of the key now for Gardner. Has it go off the foot of Anthony and Papa out of bounds. Again, Pena will inbounds. Carlson has it stripped from behind, but Papa out of bounds as she does it, and it will remain St. Joe Christian basketball.
With the injuries and relocations, Warriors only have 8 healthy players.
Carlson's shot no good. Gardner's going to then be fouled on the putback attempt as Sturkis will get the foul.
But in those 8 players, you've got all 8 can go in there and have serve very functional roles when they've gone in. It's not like you've got to put somebody in there that just can't play.
First free throw is off the front of the iron there for Hayden Gardner. Halfway through the first quarter of play, it's a 9-0 Lady Warrior lead. As a second one off the front of the iron as well.
Warriors have looked at some tweaks in their offense, and the only thing that they probably are not comfortable trying to run this in a game yet, but I think they are good adjustments that they've made.
As Newman drives in, lays it off the glass, up and good for 2 for Newman, as she now has 7 of the 11 points as Martin comes away with the steal, gets it to Newman. Has Pop out front on the baseline, puts up the shot. Off the iron, no good. Rebound made by Anthony, gets it back out to Newman. She'll put up a 3. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound's going to be made by Gardner. Both those shots, good shot selections. Just neither of them went in there for the Lady Warriors as they lead here 11-0, 3 minutes left to play in the first. Sending it across here for Pena. Drives in, puts up the shot, no good. Gets the rebound, second shot opportunity, no good. And then a jump ball that is going to go here towards the Warriors.
2 good looks on offense and also 2 good decisions as well. And that's one of the things sometimes we've been critical of is the decision making. Sometimes just a bad play you can live with because physical mistakes are going to happen. The bad decisions are what I think drive coaches crazy.
Yes. Sturkis will send it right wing now for Papa. Gets it out for Messner down at the block. She'll spin around, puts up the shot off the glass, up and good for 2.
Nice up and under moves by Casey Messner, and she's worked on that.
Shot from there is blocked by Sturkis on the shot from Walker. And then a foul going to be committed here against Emily Papa. That'll be her first, team second. So Martin, Brown, and Anthony on the bench. As Warriors have 3 bench players and Papa, Sturkis, and Shields out on the floor. As shot is going to be short here for St. Joseph Christian's Ella Bowman.
Given Sturkis'
Charlie Stanley.
Given Sturkis' wingspan, she's plays much larger. They're much taller than maybe her size would indicate.
She'll have it up at the top. Key sends it right wing now for Papa. Papa drives in, stops on the block, puts up the shot, short. Rebound made here by St. Joseph Christian. Stanley sends it up to the top of the key here for Carlson as she'll try and reset the St. Joe Christian offense. Getting it inside for Bowman. She'll trip and fall, but it's going to go out of bounds here off the Lady Warriors.
Both teams play half-court man-to-man.
Now Newman will check out. Brown will check in here again for the Lady Warriors. 1:43 left to play in the first. Ball inbounds for Bowman. She's going to be called now here for a travel with 1:42. So 1:42 left to play here in this first quarter. 13-0 Albany with the lead. Delaney Shields will walk it across the center court logo. Gets it to Brown, over to the right wing now for Papa. Back up again to Messner. Gets it in now for Sturkis. Drives in, sends it out to Shields. Left wing. Messner up at the top of the key, drives in, now loses it, is able to pick it back up on the wing. Sturkis getting over to Papa, trying to feed it inside to Brown, knocked away by Pena.
Warriors got blown out of their offense a little bit there. I thought they recovered pretty well to stay in with what they wanted to do.
Gardner will check in, Pena will check out here. Ball inbounds for Brown. She's going to be called here for a travel. Had the right idea and had Sturkis coming to the weak side block there, just called for the travel. Carlson will bring it across. Leaving it into the middle of the paint. Not able to put it in there is Gardner. And now it'll be Emily Papa bringing it quickly across here for the Warriors. Drives to the right block, puts up the shot, can't get it to go. Sturkis with the rebound. Off the glass, up and good.
Good job by Ashley Sturkis. Offense is still a work in progress, but she does give you some depth defensively and on the glass.
Carlson finds Gardner, and she's going to be called here for the travel with 32.4 left to play here in the first. Pena ready to come back in at next check here for St. Joseph Christian. Shields has it up the top. Key gets it now for Sturkis. Feeds it inside to Messner on the block as she goes up and good off the glass.
Another nice play by Sturkis to see, and Messner both. Good backdoor cut, good recognition of the backdoor cut to find her for the layup.
8 seconds left, up to the top. The key for Gardner. Now she'll get it to Walker. Walker leads it off now for Carlson. Puts up the deep three at the buzzer. Short. No good. 17-0 Lady Warriors of Albany have the lead after one quarter. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
If a sports injury sidelines you from your favorite activity, don't worry. You have a team of experts ready to help. From sprains and strains to breaks and more serious injuries, Mosaic professionals have the skill and experience to get you back in the game as fast as possible. For more information, visit mymosaiclifecare.org/sports. Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start second quarter action. It's 17-0 Albany over St. Joseph Christian. It will be St. Joseph Christian basketball, though, starting the second quarter.
You know, and you could, one of the things we forgot to say, one of the, maybe the good things that could be a blessing out of not playing for a week, Warriors had a tough couple of games in the Stanberry tournament and got worked over pretty good, and that may have given them just a little bit of time to get that taste out of their mouth before they have to come back and play again.
Yes. Try to bring it inside. Shot off the mark there by Gracie Walker, and it's going to be rebounded by Paige Brown. Newman trying to send it up for Anthony. Now back out to Messner, up to the top of the key, Newman. Newman now gets it for Martin over on the left wing.
Missed a little late.
Anthony to Newman, and a foul going to be called here against Casey Messner on a moving screen. That'll be her first, team's third. So a win here today would put the Warriors technically in first place in the GRC West at 4-1, as Stanberry and Worth County each at 3-1. As Anthony quickly will get it out to Newman, leaves it off here for Martin, and she can't get it to fall, as it's going to be rebounded here by Walker.
Still another nice pass, another nice assist.
Gardner drives baseline, has it swatted away by Anthony. Picked up by Newman.
Assist attempt by Newman.
Goes in, lays it off the glass. This time she'll take it in herself and get the bucket. 19-0, a full Petty John Auto Center timeout now going to be taken by St. Joe Christian. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Club is a group of supporters who come together to make a better.
Hello, I'm Dr. Brian Pekarik, Superintendent of the Albany R3 School District. At Albany, our staff is focused on helping students excel in academics, athletics, music, business, technology, art, and agriculture. We strive to help young minds prepare for life and become successful in whatever school district members working together so students don't just dreams but live.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. It's 19-0. Albany with the lead here for St. Joseph Christian in this girls game. 6:39 still left to play here in the second quarter. Pena will inbounds here for Carlson.
We were talking during the break. The Lady Lions really have done some nice things on offense. They've gotten themselves, they just haven't been able to get one to drop, but they've done some nice things at the offensive end.
And now a 5-second call going to be called here against St. Joseph Christian. As Martin will inbounds here for Newman. Newman over the left wing here for Michaela Martin.
Yeah. The Paige Brown has come open here a couple of times.
As they try to get it to Newman, Newman loses the basketball. They're going to call it jump ball. That's going to stay here with Albany.
We've remarked several times that you want to hit people as you've got to make the decision when they come off that screen, they're open, and hit them coming off the screen.
Martin will try and set up the offense from the top of the key. Right wing to Mester. Trying to feed it up over the defense to Anthony as she can't get the bucket to fall. Rebound's going to be made here by Ella Bowman.
Nice lead pass by Messner. Good challenge by the Lions. Made it tough on Anthony to finish.
Gardner trips picked up here by Brown. Now gets it off here for Anthony, and it's going to be a travel called here against Brown.
You just got to come to a jump stop and make the pass.
Stanley will now check in here for Pena. Ball inbounds here for Carlson. On the left wing for Gardner, into the corner now here for Gracie Walker. Stanley now for Gardner. Into the corner, Carlson now to the block. Back inside Gardner from just in front of the elbow off the front of the iron. Rebound's going to be made here by Anthony. Newman now leaves it off for Messner. Now trying to feed it into Brown. Stolen and knocked away there by Ella Bowman.
And here you're starting to see, we're starting to see a little bit of the sloppiness going to start to take over. Not a bad decision by Messner, just bad, not a great execution. Throw the ball away from the defender. We've always said if your teammate's any good, they'll go get it.
Ball tipped. It's going to be knocked away, picked up here by Brown. Now Martin will bring it across. Remember, Albany girls will be back in action again next week at the King City Tournament. Our broadcast games will actually be split up between Albany TV and the Printering New Shopper page, as they will play in both the new gyms and the old gym over at King City. So Mike will be in the old gym. So you'll get both Albany games on Monday. Then hopefully I'll get them the rest of the week in the winner's side of the bracket in the new gym on Albany TV, as shot is up and good there by Carlson.
Probably some poetic justice in me being in the old gym. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe just a little bit.
The old gym.
We'll be back after this 30-second Petty General Center timeout on Albany TV.
At American Family Insurance, we know your life has many moving parts, from your four wheels to your hard-earned home and the financial future of your family. We'll cover the things that matter most. Bundle your home and auto policies for possible savings and add life insurance for convenient, future-focused protection so you can keep dreaming towards what's next. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
For details, stop by and talk to Agent David Smith at 116 South Smith Street in Albany or at 303 North Park Street in Stanberry, or call 660-726-3536 today.
Welcome back out again here to Albany, 19-2. Albany has the lead here over St. Joseph Christian. Newman will send it over to Martin, right wing. Gets it off for Anthony. Drives in, puts up the shot, rolls around and rolls out, and Pena will come away with the rebound.
Good take, a little pump fake. One dribble, pull-up jumper, just went in and out. Warriors, we've seen this before. The Warriors have a great quarter offensively, and then we'll turn around, and now we've hit a little bit of a lull. 2 points in a little over 4 minutes of play here in the second quarter.
Papa called for the foul. That's her second, team's fourth. Pena will inbounds. Up to the top of the key here for Carlson. Sturkis and Papa back in here for Messner and Brown. Over to the right wing with it here is going to be Bowman. Back up for Pena, trying to bring it inside here for Carlson. Has it stripped away here by Gabby Newman. Newman stops, and as she falls to the ground, it's going to be calling for the travel as she tried to get it off there for Sierra Anthony.
We've seen, here in the second quarter, we've seen a lot of turnovers, a lot of easy missed shots, and you wonder, now it's not the layoff, you wonder if it's a little bit of a fatigue thing setting in. Although Coach Crawford has used all her people, and everybody's had a rest here.
Ball tipped, and it's going to be a jump ball as Carlson on the ground with three Warriors on top of her. It'll stay here with St. Joseph Christian as Delaney Shields will now check in here for Michaela Martin with 3:11 left to play in the second. It's a 19-2 Albany lead here over St. Joseph Christian. Ball inbounds here for Charlie Stanley. She'll put up a shot. Up and good from inside the arc. So it once was a 19-0 lead, is now 19-4. As Pop will get it here for Anthony. Shot from the free throw line. Off the mark a little bit to the left. Kept in play by Papa, picked up here by Delaney Shields. Newman drives in now, throws it in here for Anthony. Goes up off the glass, can't get it to fall. Second chance opportunity. Can't get it to fall, but gets the foul.
Warriors have had a lot of great shots, just not getting them to drop.
Foul here against St. Joseph Christian is going to go against Isabel Pena. That'll be her first personal, team second.
And in fairness to St. Joe Christian, they were in a similar situation in the first quarter.
Anthony's free throw rolls out. She's had a couple of them that have gone in and then come back out here so far already.
Yeah, a lot of missed layups.
Yes. Anthony's second free throw attempt off the back of the iron. Carlson will bring it across with 2:26 left to play here in the second. Walker to Pena now for Bowman. Up to Carlson, and Gabby Newman going to be called here for the foul. That'll be her first personal, team's fifth.
St. Joe Christian really trying to, even though Carlson is their point guard, she brings it up, and once the pass is made, they're trying to get her down, posted up.
They get it down to Walker, and it's going to be stolen away here by Emily Papa. And a foul going to go here, I believe, against Pena, which would be her second. It will, and that will be her second, team's third. Emily Papa came in, ripped it away, and picked up the steal.
A lot of youngsters on the floor for the Lions.
Papa with it left wing, brings it now into Sturkis. Goes up and gets it to fall in. They're actually going to call it travel.
You know, they keep calling that a travel, and it's just not. They step twice with the same foot and then lift the pivot foot. If they put the pivot foot down, it is a travel.
As a shot from Ella Bowman, no good. Newman will slowly walk it across again here for Albany. Sends it to Pop over on left wing. 1:25 left to play in the second. Anthony will give it back here for Newman.
Gotta have. Let's reset here.
Shields over to Anthony, left wing. Up again to Papa. Gets it now to Shields. Gets it to Sturkis, right block, and she's going to have it rejected away here by Bowman.
Well, and that's with the development of her offense. That's one of the things. Sturkis going to have to get the ball above her head and jump a little bit when she shoots. It's just she's going to get strong enough and big enough to be able to do that.
Messner checks in there for Newman as Papa gets the inbounds. Brings it up to the top of the key. Sends it left wing now here for Messner. Underneath a minute left to play in the half, 19-4. Albany has the lead, trying to get it into Anthony. Back out to Messner, puts up a shot from three. Off the iron. Rebound's going to be made here by Stanley.
The Lions have numbers.
And they get it back, and shot put up a little too hard there by Gracie Walker. And quickly bringing it back across here is going to be Messner. Underneath 30 seconds left to play in the half. Over to the right wing here for Shields. Shields trying to get it to Anthony. Stops at the free throw line, puts up the shot, up and good.
Well, you figured they couldn't keep going forever. But again, Warriors a little late, just like right there. Shields had a dribble, didn't need it. Almost gave up a layup.
Carlson drives in, can't get it to fall. Bowman with the rebound off the mark. Shields gets it off here now for Messner. Shot from half court at the buzzer. No good. 21-4, Albany has lead at the half. We're back with the Albany Hy-Vee halftime when we come back in just a moment.
In our friendly small town of Albany, Missouri, we have community-minded businesses, great places to eat and shop. Thank you, Public Library, community center, pool, 9-hole golf course, multiple places to worship, and a strong school system. Albany is the seat of Gentry County, located off Highway 136 in the heart of Northwest Missouri. Albany is a fun place to visit, but an even better place to live, where we have small-town roots with a big-town feel. Looking to sell some of your things? Give Rod Dollars, Leo Madison, or Leon Mester a call at Dollars and Mester Auction Service to set up an auction today. Call Rod at 660-254-2548 or 660-783-2548. Give Leon a call at 660-582-0258 or 660-726-3252 or give Leo a call at 660-868-0113. Check out their current auctions at showmemoreauctions.com. The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Associations are proud to sponsor the students of the Albany, King City, Stanbury, and Worth County school districts. Not only does eating beef provide good nutrition, it supports the local economy. The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Associations are proud to be an active part in today's agriculture. From first dates to graduations and everything in between, beef is there to help celebrate all of life's great moments. When life never stops moving, one thing will always bring your family together. Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Welcome back out again here to Albany during the Albany Hy-Vee halftime, as we will do the...
My name is Kent Wilson. I'm a proud Albany R3 parent, school board president, Albany resident and Mosaic Life Care Albany caregiver. On behalf of Dr. Barman Smith and the Albany R3 School, we would like to welcome all of you this afternoon for some Warrior basketball and a special presentation. At this time, please allow me to introduce representatives from the Albany R3 High School. Dr. Barman Smith, the high school middle school principal. Curtis Cox, athletic director. Doug Fountain, PE instructor and coach of many sports. And Stephen Quick, director of operations and maintenance. We also have several Board of Education members with us in attendance today. Mike Adkins, Shelley Brown, Melissa Newman, and Jamie Worrell. And Dr. Brian Pekarik, superintendent of Albany R3 schools. Do we have any members of the Missouri National Guard in attendance with us today? If so, we would like to recognize you for being here. From the Mosaic Life Care Foundation in St. Joseph, Missouri, Dr. Julie Gaddy, Foundation President. Christina Lund, Director of Regional Relations. Jody Carlson, Foundation Board Trustee. Jenny Doolittle, Foundation Board Trustee. The Mosaic Life Care Foundation and the Harold P. Dugdale Charitable Trust, U.S. Bank Trustee, funded $15,000 each for a total of $30,000 towards renovation for the Albany High School weight room. This contribution, combined with local monies and in-kind labor, enhanced the partnership between the Albany R3 School District and the Missouri National Guard Armory in Albany, Missouri. Through the funds provided, all weight room equipment and flooring has been updated. Rack performance, interactive workout software has been added. New signage for the Albany High School, Missouri National Guard, Mosaic Life Care Foundation, and Kenny Dugdale Trust partnership to positively impact military veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder will be installed. After this presentation, please make sure to visit the Commons area where Albany juniors Sarah Doolittle and Michaela Martin will show you the Spark Award our school received from the Mosaic Life Care Foundation in honor of this project. Please ask Sarah and Michaela about other E2 fellowship opportunities. Dr. Gaddy, fellow caregivers, Foundation Board Trustees, thank you for your investment in our high school and the Make a Vet Sweat program. Please join me in true warrior spirit as we thank these wonderful folks for their behalf in our community, our veterans, and our students. I would invite anybody that wants to see the new updated weight room to make a jaunt out there across the old gym, suffer through a brief period of cold weather before you get inside, and check out what was done out there. It really does look nice. So thank you all for coming.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They are prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. 21-4. Albany has the lead here for St. Joseph Christian at the half. Take a look here at the first half stats. Albany is shooting 9 for 23 from the field unofficially, 2 for 4 from the free throw line, 1 for 4 from behind the three-point arc. Led in scoring by Gabby Newman, 9.6 points for Sarah Anthony, 4 points for Casey Messner, 2 points for Ashley Sturkis. For St. Joseph Christian unofficially, they are shooting 2 for 19 from the field, 0 for 2 from the free throw line, 0 for 1 from behind the three-point arc. Led in scoring by Stanley and Carlson, who each have 2 points here in the half. So, Mike, it was Albany girls ended up scoring 17 points in the first quarter, and St. Joseph Christian none. Then they each score 4 points there in that second quarter as St. Joe Christian started getting a couple of their shots to fall. Albany then kind of hit the bug where they couldn't get anything to fall either.
Yeah, they had some really good shots, and Christian, to their credit, I thought did a better job of contesting those shots too, especially down inside. And I think that's part of what you're getting with St. Joe Christian playing a lot of young girls. Sooner it's just hard for them to get used to. Even after, I know people say, well, they've played 13 games now. That shouldn't be a big issue. Well, it is. Until you just really get used to it, game in, game out, practice in, practice out, getting used to the aggressiveness and the physicality of varsity basketball, it's just hard to get used to. But it's something that if these girls will stay with it, it looks like they do have a bright future ahead of them down the road. A lot of freshmen being played right now, and I think they've acquitted themselves pretty well. I know you say, well, they're on the wrong end of a 21-4 deficit, but they've done some good things. They've gotten themselves good shots. They've run their offense. Sometimes you just can't finish it, and for the Warriors, I think that would be maybe one of the focuses this half. Let's just maybe take one extra pass, get the shots to drop, concentrate. Maybe it's just one of those things they've gone through for a quarter. We've looked at their stats shooting all year, and they've been right around 33% of the game for a game, a little over, a little under, but it's been pretty consistently 33% shooting percentage for the game. So then the question is, can they play defense enough to really carry themselves to a victory?
And right now they have a 17-point lead here as we finish out the rest of our Albany Hy-Vee halftime. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Somebody go get St. Joe Christian.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's is family friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany. Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop high.
Schultz Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Schultz has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schultz adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schultz Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
Welcome back out again here to Albany, 21-4. Albany leads. Albany also starts out with the basketball to start out this third quarter as well.
It's like same starters for both teams. Both teams have stayed man-to-man the whole game. No full court pressure by either team.
Martin with it on the right wing as she'll give it up here now for Paige Brown. Over the left wing now, Newman.
Oh, had her.
Feeds it into Anthony on the
Good
block,
job.
and she goes up and lays it off the glass, up and good.
Good feed by Newman. Maybe a hair late, but that's something that'll come along with this change. In their tweak they've made to their offense.
Pena will now send it up to the top of the key here for Walker. Back again to Pena. Right wing Carlson. Trying to send it across for Gardner, and it's going to go off her hand. Just able to keep it in play. Goes to Anthony, though. She'll stop trying to feed it off to Martin, maybe just a hair too late trying to get it to her, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds.
Yeah, that's one of those get it to a guard. Maybe you get it back for a layup.
Messner into the corner. Shot from Newman. Off the top of the backboard. Goes right, though, to Anthony. Her shot is then going to be blocked.
Nice block by Bowman inside.
Gardner with it in the corner. Sends it up to the top of the key. Now gets it off for Pena. to Carlson. Carlson will send up to the top key, gets it again to Pena. Trying to send it over to Walker as almost knocked away there by Martin. Pena trying to feed it inside. They get it to Bowman. She'll spin around and would be fouled. Will go to line to shoot 2 free throws.
Not a bad adjustment by Coach Crawford. It's almost like you see Sierra Anthony maybe just going to play. You got to prove it to me for the girl she's guarding, and she's just going to stay in the middle and really try to help out. The Lions do have a mismatch, and a size mismatch with Newman trying to guard Bowman inside. And whenever the ball does go in there, they're just going to drop Sierra Anthony right on top. That time Bowman made a quick spin and drew the foul.
Bowman's able to make the first free throw. Second free throw attempt. Rolls out, no good. Newman walks it across, has it up at the top key, sends it right wing now for Martin. Up to the top of the key to Paige Brown. Trying to feed it inside, and Newman. It's going to be knocked away by Pena. And now Sierra Anthony's going to pick up her second personal foul very quickly here in the start of the third quarter.
Well, that pass was open the previous trip down. You might have been able to see Anthony jumping around in the low post, trying to indicate she needed to get. That time they made a nice adjustment and covered it up, forced a turnover by the Warriors.
Into the corner now here for Carlson, gets it off. Now to Bowman, now Pena shot, up and good.
Another good adjustment with Pena diving to the basket.
They get it to Anthony on the block. She goes up, lays it off the glass, up and good for 2. 25-7, Albany has a lead. 5:33 left to play here in this third quarter.
Now I'd say the next step in this whole process is just get some pressure on the passes to make those entries a little bit more difficult.
Carlson now trying to feed it to Walker. Her shot off the mark. Rebound there by Brown. She'll get it off here for Newman, who quickly will rush it up the court. Left wing to Martin.
Open. That didn't get it.
Up to Anthony. Over to the right wing for Newman. And a timeout's going to be called here by Albany. And it's going to be a 30-second Petty John Auto Center timeout. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Burlington Junction, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. 25-7, 4:57 left to play here in this third quarter. It'll be Albany basketball coming out of the Petty John Auto Center timeout. Remember to check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com. Newman will send it over to Martin over on the right wing. Up to Brown. Feeds it inside here for Sierra Anthony. Off the glass, up and good for 2.
Well, and Coach Crawford called that timeout. Evidently, she saw something the Lions defense was doing, thought they could exploit, come out with a quick basket. Good hustle by Michaela Martin to save that, and probably a good foul by the Lions.
Yes.
To save a fast break there.
As the foul here against St. Joseph Christian is going to go against Hayden Gardner. That's her first. Team's first as well. Get into Anthony and trying to go on the cut. The past 2 or 3 games, we've seen that quite a bit out of Sierra Anthony. Tried that no-look behind-the-back pass there to Gabby Newman.
Yeah, and I don't think we've seen it work yet.
We haven't seen it work yet. Up to the top of the key for Gardner, trying to feed it into Carlson inside. Can't get it to fall. And it's going to be a jump ball, and that's going to stay here with St. Joseph Christian.
And just because the play is designed, they don't always work.
Papa, Sturkis, and Shields will check in here for Albany as Martin, Messner, and Brown will check out. Up to the top of the key for Carlson.
Thought Emily Papa had a good chance at a steal there and just kind of whiffed on the attempt to grab it.
Up to Pena up at the top of the key. Now is it knocked away here by Anthony. Picked up here by Walker. Back up to Pena. To Gardner. And she's going to be called here for the travel.
Just amazing how we've seen it on both sides, that you see something and you just get in a hurry to exploit it. You get a foot, you shuffle feet, and just try to go too quickly.
Newman sends it to Papa left wing. Trying to feed it up to Anthony, goes off of Pena. Picked up by Anthony in the backcourt after it was tipped. Now gets it over to Newman. Newman has it stripped there by Carlson, picked up by Pena. She'll get it off here for Walker. Walker will stop, leaves it off for Carlson left wing. Shot from three. Off the back of the iron, rebounded here by Newman. Newman spins, loses it. Picked up here by Carlson up at midcourt. Now she'll drive in. And a foul going to be called here against Delaney Shields as Carlson will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That'll be the first foul on Shields, third team foul. 3:10 left to play here in this third quarter, 27-10. It's a 20-point Warrior lead. First shot from Carlson, up and good. Checking back in here is Charlie Stanley as she'll check back in here for Gracie Walker. Carlson's second free throw attempt is up and good. 27-9.
Not for that 17-0 run to start the game, this game's been played pretty evenly the rest of the way.
Yes, it has. Papa with it left wing up to the top of the key. Now here for Anthony. Gets down to Newman on the right wing. Trying to feed it inside for Sturkis, stolen away by Pena. She'll get it out now to Bowman as it's knocked away and stolen away there by Gabby Newman. She'll then put it off the glass, up and good for 2. Back out to a 20-point lead as the pass for Gardner, not expecting it, and goes out of bounds.
I think Gardner was caught by surprise. Right through the wickets, as they say.
Left wing for Shields. Up to the top of the key for Anthony. Into the corner, Newman shot from 3. Off the back of the iron, no good. Carlson will send it off here for Pena up at the top of the key. Over for Stanley, inside now for Bowman. Gardner now back to Carlson. Goes up off the back of the iron. And it'll be a jump ball that's going to go to Albany. Walker will check back in. Gardner will check back out.
Put Shields on the point here and see if she can get some things that are going to be guarded by a good defender.
Gets it over Papa left wing. Up now for Paige Brown, into the corner for Shields. Up to Michaela Martin. 1:43 left as they try to get it to Paige Brown. Almost stolen away there by Pena.
And there's what we talked about earlier. They come off the screen, had a shot, didn't take it, slow to reverse, and almost had a turnover.
Left wing to Papa. Gets it for Brown. Martin shot from 3 from the left wing, off the iron, no good. Rebound made by Bowman, now trying to send it up to the top key for Pena, but it's going to be stolen away by Brown. Martin over to Shields, left wing. Up to Brown.
Good shot.
Martin's shot is going to be off the mark because she gets fouled. We'll go to the line now to shoot 2 free throws. Foul against St. Joe Christian is going to go against Charlie Stanley. That'll be her first personal, team second.
You always like to see your kids catch the ball up on their toes when they catch it ready to shoot. When Warriors getting caught a little flat-footed, and then trying to adjust.
First shot from Martin, no good. As the second free throw from Martin, up and good, as she's able to knock home the second. 30-9, 1 minute left to play here in this third quarter. Shot from Gracie Walker, no good. And then Michaela Martin will come away with the rebound. Martin brings it across. Gets it off for Shields, left wing. Shields for Paige Brown, right elbow. She's going to be called here for the travel.
And there's a good example. You know, when you're ready to catch the ball, you've got to have your feet ready to shoot it. And the Warriors are catching the ball and then trying to get set to shoot it.
Stanley with it in the right corner, then trying to feed it inside. Goes off of Bowman's foot out of bounds.
And some of that is, again, not having played for a week, too.
Yes. Papa left wing. Gets it out of Brown, but there's going to be a moving screen called here against Ashley Sturkis.
Well, she is trying to set a screen.
You said you like to see that every once in a while, just not all the time, and it means that they're trying.
They've had a couple, but as much as the Warriors emphasize screening in this offense, if you're trying to do it, you're going to get nipped once in a while.
Carlson's shot at the buzzer, no good. 30-9, it's the Albany Lady Warriors to lead here over the St. Joseph Christian Lady Lions. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
If a sports injury sidelines you from your favorite activity, don't worry. You have a team of experts ready to help. From sprains and strains to breaks and more serious injuries, Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine professionals have the skill and experience to get you back in the game as fast as possible. For more information, visit mymosaiclifecare.org/sports. Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We're all in to get you back in. The Albany Booster Club is a group of supporters who come together to make a better experience for the students. They try to help the students in any way possible, whether it be on the court, on the mat, on the field, on the track, on the stage, or in the classroom. The Albany Booster Club, longtime supporters of the Albany R3 School District, joining together for the students.
Welcome back out again here to Albany, 30-9. Albany girls have a lead here over the St. Joseph Christian girls. It'll be St. Joe Christian basketball here. Up with it up at the top of the game here is going to be Ella Bowman. Sends it across here for Stanley. Back up here for Pena. Gets it here to Carlson. Drives in, stolen away though here by Newman. Goes up and knocks it in off the glass. Up and good there for two. Bowman though.
Yeah, she made up some ground in a big hurry. Tried to bother the layup.
Good cornerback there.
Boy.
As Newman again tries to go for the steal as Bowman drives in. And a foul is going to be called here against Sarah Anthony for the block. As Bowman said, that's fine, I'll take the charge if I'm going to get it.
Tell you what, she looks good on the floor as a freshman. I think they've got a lot of positives to look forward to with her out there.
As her first free throw attempt is up and good. Second free throw attempt here from Bowman. Is short. No good.
And the Warriors, it's going to be a matter. They got their starters back. It's a matter of time before they start to sub again. But you would like to see them have a nice little stretch here with their starters of execution here. Especially
because not certain exactly how much they'll get to play in the game on Tuesday or on Monday at the King City tournament. As again, they are the 2 seed. Will take on the 7 seed. As Sarah Anthony misses the shot, but then they'll have some tough games probably in the later half there of the tournament.
And that's a good. That was good execution to a point. As Christian's kind of been playing the play, they made the adjustment, went back door, got the wide open layup, and missed it. So it's good execution, but then it's not good execution.
Carlson trying to bring it inside for Bowman. Can't get the shot to fall. Now Newman trying to bring it across. Feeds it down into Anthony. Back out to Messner, right wing. I believe if they saw it, they did have Paige Brown open momentarily when they first brought the ball down the court.
Had her again. Just didn't get the ball delivered. Got her again underneath.
So that right block seems to keep on getting open there. As Paige Brown tries to go up and under, can't get it to fall. Leaves it off for Messner on the baseline, sidesteps the defender, puts up the shot up and good.
Yeah, but again, another misplay. And again, I'm going to write, I know I'm beating a dead horse, but you got to write this off somewhat to the fact just no practice for a while.
Yeah.
And you got to like some of the things you've seen out of the change, this adjustment they've made in their offense. I really like the changes they've made.
Yes. Gardner will check out, checking back in. Gardner will check back in as Stanley will check back out. Newman will bring it across. Sends it right wing now here for Messner. Trying to feed it now to Anthony on the block, and she's going to have it knocked away by Ella Bowman.
Another nice block by Bowman. But there you see the recipient of those backdoor cuts and reading playing the play, because now the Warriors, that makes the Warriors, when they run their offense normally, now they've got good looks at things.
Newman shot from 3 off the mark to the right. Bowman with the rebound. Maybe just a hair too quick on that shot. Maybe didn't quite get set up enough there.
Good decision.
As Bowman trying to send it down into the corner, knocked away here by Paige Brown. Gets it off now for Newman. Puts up a shot from 3, knowing she had Casey Messner there, but it's going to be Sarah Anthony who bails her out and knocks it back in. And a timeout going to be called here by St. Joseph Christian, as it's now a 36-10 Albany lead. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
At American Family Insurance, we know your life has many moving parts, from your 4 wheels to your hard-earned home and the financial future of your family. We'll cover the things that matter most. Bundle your home and auto policies for possible savings and add life insurance for convenient, future-focused protection so you can keep dreaming towards what's next. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
For details, stop by and talk to Agent David Smith at 116 South Smith Street in Albany, or at 303 North Park Street in Stanberry, or call 660-726-3536 today.
Pettyjohn Auto Center in Bethany, Albany TV. Pettyjohn's is your local Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. For new and used vehicles, certified service, and collision center, visit pettyjohnauto.com.
36-10. Albany with the lead. St. Joseph Christian with the basketball as Anthony will pick it up, leaves it off for Newman. Newman drives in. And there's going to be a foul, though, called here on the floor with 4:41 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Foul will go against Carlson. That'll be her first, team's third. Newman will inbound with her team leading by 26. Inbounds here for Brown.
Paige has gotten in a bad habit of catching it and bouncing in place before she puts the ball down or does anything.
Stanley will check in here for Pena. Carlson quickly sends it across for Gardner. Into the corner now here for Walker. Back up to Stanley as it's knocked away here by Anthony. Trying to feed it inside, stolen away here by Newman. Brings it across. And then Brown and Anthony run into each other.
Brown and Anthony kind of wiped each other out in what could have been a 3-on-2 break.
Martin with it on the left wing, up to the top of the key now for Anthony. Gets it to Newman, right wing, now feeds it inside to Brown, up off the glass, up and good for 2. Looks like a little perspiration there where Anthony and Brown collided. As Sturkis and Papa will check in.
Well, and you're starting to see when the Warriors screen down from the wing to the low block, they're really trying to help on Gabby Newman, trying to get out on the shooters. And not a bad idea, but when you do that, the screener is going to be wide open on the low block, and the Warriors have missed that several times. But as I said, this is the first game that they've run this offense with that adjustment in it, and I think you're going to see probably that get cleaned up somewhere down the road.
So Newman out. Shields checks in. Shooting the 1-and-1 here is going to be Bowman. First to the 1-and-1 off the back of the iron. Gardner with the rebound, and she's going to be fouled. Now she'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. As the foul here is going to go against Paige Brown. That'll be her second. 3:47 left to play here in the fourth. Anthony, Messner, and Newman all sitting on the bench. Again, with just 3 deep, that's as far really as the Warriors will be able to go. Might take out the couple of their starters, put in a couple of the other ones maybe, but that's pretty much the team that's going to be out there for the rest of the ball game. As Gardner's second shot is up and good. She's able to hit 1 of 2.
Well, and you got a timeout, St. Joe Christian. Yeah, as you said, the only changes that are going to be made from here on out are Martin and Brown may sit down.
We'll be back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Associations are proud to sponsor the students of the Albany, King City, Stanbury, and Worth County school districts. Not only does eating beef provide good nutrition, it supports the local economy. The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Associations are proud to be an active part in today's agriculture. From first dates to graduations and everything in between, beef is there to help celebrate all of life's great moments. When life never stops moving, one thing will always bring your family together. Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. 38-11. Albany has the lead here over St. Joseph Christian. Shields will walk it across the court here as Carlson will play a little bit of pressure as she gets ready to cross midcourt. As she tries to pass it, a foul going to be called here against Carlson.
And this is Delaney Shields not been in a position where she's had to handle a lot on the point. She's going against a really good defender too, and it's just get into the attacking zone and deliver the ball and get it started, and that takes Carlson kind of out of the picture.
Martin with it up at the top of the key, gives it off down here for Sturkis. Sturkis over to the right wing now for Papa. Up to the top of the key for Martin.
We're a little discombobulated right now with the
Sturkis trying to feed it off there to Shields. Going to be stolen away, though, here by Carlson. Drives in. And a foul going to be called here on the floor against Sturkis. That'll be her third foul, team's 9th. So Carlson will go to the line for the 1-and-1. Again, 38-11, Albany with the lead. Shot from Carlson is up and good. Just underneath 3 minutes left to play here in the ball game. Jackie Carlson's second free throw attempt, no good. Rebound's going to be made by Martin. Taylor Martin brings it across. Over to the right wing now for Shields. Up to Brown. To Martin, shot off the mark, but Shields comes in and picks up the rebound.
Yep.
And got
to be aware. You got to be aware.
A little too far back, and she'll step on across midcourt and be called for the backcourt violation.
Yeah, there's no reason for it. I mean, there's no reason for her to have to go that deep. Just a little bit unsure of herself, maybe.
Trying to send it inside to Bowman. Gets the shot to fall and the foul.
Nice screen and roll execution by Bowman and Carlson.
Foul goes against Brown. That's her third. Now St. Joseph Christian will be at the line for 2 from here on out as they now into the double bonus. Bowman's free throw attempt is up and good as she finishes the three-point play.
Yeah, a little pressure now.
And it'll be a 5-second call here against Martin. And a timeout is going to be called here by Albany, a 30-second Petty General Center timeout. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They're prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. 38-15, 2:25 left to play here in this fourth quarter. It'll be St. Joseph Christian basketball after the 5-second inbounds violation.
Well, Christian's gone to, with the Warriors substitution, so Christian's gone to a little bit of full court pressure, trying to cut into the lead a little bit. Now, so Coach Crawford is just going to try to get that a little bit organized.
Carlson with it up at the top of key, sends it over to the right wing now for Stanley. Goes to Bowman now for Pena. Pena trying to feed it inside. Ball knocked away, picked off here by Shields.
Good recognition by Sturkis and Shields. Just go by her.
And now Carlson will come away with the steal. Goes up, lays it up off the glass. Nice and easy for 2.
Well, and Shields is just trying to ease and finesse her way around. Just put the ball down and go hard and go by.
Martin will bring it across here. Weaves her way through some traffic, gets it off for Shields on the left wing. Gets it to Sturkis. Stops, puts up the shot, and they're going to call a 3-second violation here against the Warriors.
Martin got camped out in the lane, never got out. But nice move by Sturkis.
Walker will check back in here for St. Joseph Christian. A 21-point Warrior lead. 1:30 left to play here in the fourth. Trying to get it out that time for Ella Bowman. She's not able to grab it as picked up here by Anthony. Now picked up again here by Bowman as she comes back into play. Now it'll be Martin quickly bringing it across. She'll have it up the top of the key with 1:10 left to play here in the fourth. Shields with left wing. Up to Anthony.
Warriors a little blown out of their offense again.
Sends it up to Papa. Over to left wing here for Shields. Up to Anthony. Papa comes driving in, can't get it to fall. Carlson comes away with the rebound. Quickly sends it across for Walker. Off the glass, up and good for 2. And a timeout is going to be called here by St. Joseph Christian with 34.8. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Burlington Junction, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
Looking for a new or used vehicle? Pettyjohn Auto Center in Bethany and Albany has got you covered. Pettyjohn's makes buying your next vehicle transparent, simple, and easy. We have no hidden fees and upfront pricing on every vehicle in stock at pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Albany basketball coming out of the Pettyjohn Auto Center timeout with a 38-19 lead with 33 seconds left to play here in the ball game. Shields with it up at the top of the key. Sends it to the left wing now for Martin. Martin dribbles it up to the top of the key, now gives it over to Anthony, left wing. Drives in, puts up a shot from in front of the paint, up and good for 2. 40-19, 5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Payne, you're not able to get off a shot. 40-19, Albany comes away with the victory. And we're back with the BTC Bank postgame and your Papa's Player of the Game when we come back in just a moment.
Show your school spirit with the BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC.
Community just like you, BTC Bank.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's is family friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
Welcome back out to Albany. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Hope you bring you tonight's broadcast tonight. And our sponsors tonight are BTC Bank with locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Pettyjohn Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, the Albany Hy-Vee, Shotes of Albany, and Dollars and Messner Auction Service. Raymond Smith Body Shop of Albany, Northwest Cell, American Family Insurance Agent David Smith in Albany and Stanberry, Mosaic Medical Center Albany, the City of Albany, the Albany Booster Club, the Albany School District, the Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Association, Winter Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany, and the Printer and New Shop are located in Albany. Our tonight's player of the game is sponsored by Papa's Family Restaurant. Papa's Family Restaurant, your home for a delicious meal with a great price and an even better atmosphere. And Mike, our Papa's player of the game tonight goes to Gabby Newman. She finishes with 13 points, also had quite a few assists, and sat out most of the fourth quarter as well.
Well, sat out most of the fourth quarter, a lot of the second quarter. Also had, I think, we don't count steals up here, but also had several steals that, for all the assists she did have, there were also a lot of assists that maybe some shots just weren't finished in around the basket, and that took away from. Could have made a good case for Sierra Anthony. I thought Sierra had a good game. Missed some shots. I don't think you could have gone wrong with either one of them, but Gabby Newman's a good choice in this game.
And again, Warriors tonight led in scoring by Sierra Anthony with 16 points. Gabby Newman had 13. Casey Messner had 4. Michaela Martin with 3. Paige Brown and Ashley Sturkis with 2 as they unofficially shoot 18 for 43 from the field 3 for 6 from the free throw line. For St. Joseph Christian girls, they were led in scoring by Jackie Carlson with 7 points. Ella Bowman had 5 points, 2 points for Walker and Stanley and Pena, 1 point for Gardiner. They unofficially shoot 6 for 30 from the field, 7 for 14 from the free throw line. 40-19, Albany girls get a win tonight over St. Joseph Christian. Our next game coming up for you is the Albany boys and the St. Joseph Christian boys. That game's coming up for you next in a separate video here on Albany TV.